For centuries, defining sovereignty was entirely physical. It meant securing borders, managing land, and protecting water. But as borders shift into the digital realm, we are left with a massive grid of undefended data. Canada currently faces a vast shortage of sovereign digital infrastructure. This vulnerability is especially severe for First Nations communities, who are consistently caught on the wrong side of the digital divide, lacking reliable, secure connectivity. In 2021, Jason Carter founded Bear Standing Tall, a consultancy providing corporate training and cultural awareness programs inside some of the nation's most secure institutions, including nuclear facilities and federal government departments. Working inside these high-security environments revealed an invisible structural weakness. Even at the highest levels, the government was heavily reliant on external, non-sovereign networks for its data infrastructure. Carter realized that true digital independence requires physical ownership. You cannot guarantee data security by renting space on foreign tech or relying on standard resellers. You have to build and control the actual hardware yourself. To anchor this vision to the physical land, Carter relocated his operations to Treaty 6 territory within the Lake Cree Nation. This move established his new venture, Star Nations Space Company, as a land-based technology entity. The mandate for Star Nations is exact: become Canada's first vertically integrated, Indigenous-led sovereign satellite service provider. This spatial map lays out their three-layer architectural blueprint. It starts with a terrestrial ground data center, scales up into a low Earth orbit satellite network, and is capped by a distinct space-based computing constellation. The architecture relies on absolute vertical integration. When a single entity controls every physical layer of transmission, from dirt to the exosphere, the digital ecosystem becomes a fully closed, secure loop. The first layer of the stack is purely terrestrial. By partnering with the Ottawa-based firm ThinkOn, Star Nation secures domestic, Canadian-based data processing centers as their physical foundation. This flowchart illustrates a standard known as OCAP compliance, which stands for ownership, control, access, and possession. It ensures that First Nations data remains strictly within defined geographic borders, completely isolated from international servers. That strict geographic isolation perfectly matches the secure communication requirements of the Department of National Defense. By solving that vulnerability, Star Nations positions itself as a Tier 1 military contractor. To secure these federal contracts, the company utilizes the Government of Canada's 5% Indigenous procurement mandate. That mandate taps into an estimated $4.6 billion sector. By securing federal contracts directly, Star Nations creates a legal, self-sustaining revenue pipeline to fund the construction of their space infrastructure, bypassing the need for traditional venture capital entirely. With the ground floor established, the second layer of the stack moves into the sky. Star Nations operates as a premier reseller for Telesat Lightspeed, securing bulk capacity on their low Earth orbit satellite network. Purchasing bulk capacity allows them to distribute high-speed internet evenly across the four corners of Canada, ensuring comprehensive national coverage rather than serving isolated regional pockets. The final layer of the architecture is their proprietary hardware, a planned 4-satellite constellation operating in low Earth orbit. This diagram compares a standard satellite relay to what is called orbital edge computing. Usually, data travels up to a satellite and bounces all the way back down to Earth to be processed. Here, the satellites are equipped with NVIDIA GPUs, allowing them to crunch the data directly in space. Processing data in orbit eliminates the need to push raw information back down through vulnerable terrestrial bandwidth, removing the most common point of interception. The ultimate defense against foreign interference is simply removing the data from Earth altogether, maintaining a continuous processing loop in the vacuum of space. This fully integrated stack reverses the current technological dynamic. It moves First Nations communities from being consumers of imported hardware into owners and exporters of highly secure, Canadian-made digital infrastructure. The capital generated from these defense and data contracts is then routed directly back into the communities to build local capacity, specifically funding new AI hubs and technical training centers. Star Nations operates on a clear internal philosophy. Water is for life, not machines. By physically controlling their data sovereignty, they gain the technological leverage needed to protect their physical resources on the ground. By stacking their infrastructure from the dirt of Treaty 6 territory all the way up to low Earth orbit, they are engineering an enclosed, self-sustaining digital ecosystem designed to protect their sovereignty for the next 7 generations.